So, Carl, the Cobra Froch, has announced that he will be leaving the sport of boxing. He's retiring. Carl Froch, with 35 professional fights, 33 of those wins, 24 KOs, 2 defeats. And those defeats came in the hands of Mikael Kessler and Andre Ward. I must say this, and I'm not going to front here, y'all. Carl Froch is actually one of my favorite fighters of this era. I'm not going to lie. Why? Because this is one of the only few men that actually has fought every man that's been put in front of him. Who hasn't ducked any fights, who hasn't ducked a mandatory, nor hasn't ducked any other, he hasn't ducked any title eliminator. Alright? Now, I know a lot of people want to compare resumes between him and Joe Kawasaki, especially there's a bitter rivalry between the two. I will say this: Joe Kawasaki is a tremendous fighter, one of the greatest fighters we've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie, hands down, undefeated, whatnot, who's been a champion for like more than a decade. But the only thing is that what I'm more intrigued about Froch's resume is that he actually fought way more tough, top-level competitors than Kawasaki. That's a fact. Now, I'm not knocking Joe Kawasaki's resume, but you have to go down the list of what Froch has fought. He fought Jean Pascal, a former world champion. He fought Jermaine Taylor, a former undisputed world champion. He fought Mikael Kessler, a multi-world champion. He fought Arthur Abraham, a former world champion. He fought Andre Ward, a world champion. He's also fought Lucien Boutet. By the way, the guy they thought that was going to smoke Froch knocked him out, and he beat Mikael Kessler in a rematch. And of course, finally he beat George Kroos in 2 fights, even though the first fight was very disputed based off the stoppage. All I say is that I have no complaints. I have no gripes of him retiring the way the way he did. I mean, he can at least say, you know what, 38 years old, I had one good fight. It was in front of 80,000 people in London at the Wembley Stadium, and he won that fight by knockout. And to me, he has nothing left to prove. He's won 4 world titles, and he's fought every man that's been put in front of him, and he hasn't ducked any mandatory or any title eliminator. So with that being said, I will say that the man, in my eyes, goes down in the history books as one of the greatest super middleweights. That's all I have to say. Drop a comment below. Peace.